Okay.
Peggy 12.
Guys, what do you do? Why are you on your phones? We're starting. Get off of your phones.
Too much work.
We're literally recording right now.
I'm not doing coke.
Sam, I will strangle you.
I had to respond to someone.
Bonnie, oh my god, I will slap you.
Okay, done. Now the cue's
Oh
off
shit,
his
I should turn it
phone,
down
we
probably.
can start.
Hey,
Boys.
I'm not so
Boys.
bad where the game comes.
Anyways, hey there, me and the boys.
Hey, welcome back to Me and the Boys. We're playing more Kirby.
What up, brethren?
We're still stuck in the cave.
Yeah, I wanna try to finish this because I remember as a kid, I finished it once, and then in Great Cave Offensive I finished it once, and then I was like, oh sweet, now I can do the other games, and I like almost 100%ed the game. But then when I was a kid, but then I was like, oh, I should probably replay it, and then I tried replaying it, but then I just couldn't get past Great Cave Offensive. I got lost.
Bro, is that Chainsaw dude in the game?
Chainsaw Man?
Yeah, his name's Chainsaw Man, right?
Yeah, what?
No,
I don't know what you're talking
Dude,
about.
okay, sorry, because there is a chainsaw dude in the game that looks like that little wheel dude. And I don't know shit about Kirby. I told you I played Avalanche. I told you I played fucking Avalanche. There was a chainsaw dude in that game.
Can you
And
find a
his name was-
picture?
In Kirby's Avalanche?
Yeah, he was just a chainsaw, and he had the eye just like that little wheel dude.
I am struggling to think of what the hell you're talking about.
I don't know why you're struggling. You're the Kirby fan.
I've played Kirby's
I don't-
Avalanche and I don't remember.
What the hell are you?
It's like a chainsaw.
What the hell?
We're getting gaslit.
Hold on.
Oh,
Unless maybe
okay,
I'm
I
fucking
get it.
crazy.
I get
It's the
it.
banana power up all over.
Yeah, it's the banana power up.
Man, I'll have my revenge, I swear.
Yeah.
I'll have my wrath. I'll face my wrath. What is that thing? Wait, hold on. What is that fucking thing? What is that?
Let me
What's
see.
this
Let me
thing?
see. Let me see. Show it.
Like,
It's a fucking chainsaw.
click on it?
Hold on. I can't. Dude, I have to zoom in. This
What-
thing!
What the fuck?
Who is this?
Oh,
Fucking
that.
chainsaw!
Yeah.
With an eye!
That's
With an
it.
eye! And everybody's like, no, what are you talking about?
I guess it's been a while since I played it. There he is! Kirby's Avalanche!
Yeah, everyone's.
God damn!
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
and you're like,
I'm-
Chainsaw Man, what are you talking about? I'm like, that's his name!
Everyone's favorite Kirby character, the most iconic character, Chainsaw Guy.
His name's Chainsaw Guy! So, okay,
it's
so
like
it
the
wasn't
screaming.
that far off.
It's like the screaming Cosmo meme.
I'm not insane!
I
How
don't.
did you remember that? This random
Because
ass kid that was
the
in one
only
game.
fucking Kirby game I've ever played is Avalanche. I don't know Kirby.
Why are you
So see-
yelling?
because this game is so fun. Oh, it's Japanese.
According to the English translation, its name
makes
is
me scared.
Heavy Mole. Did you know in Kirby's Avalanche, on the main cover, King Dedede isn't wearing gloves and he has blue hands?
Oh.
It's really cursed and I hate it.
Oh, that is weird. You ever notice, like, that reminds me of the time I realized, oh wait, Yoshi isn't wearing like anything on his hands, so he looks really weird to me.
He has green little mitts.
Yeah, it's so weird. No, he doesn't. He just has green hands.
Yoshi.
And his hands are like
He had
super.
orange arms in the
Green
original
screen
game.
that.
You guys got any stories to tell?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, I found the Triforce.
That's a Kirby reference.
You wouldn't get
Imagine Link going on this whole adventure and Kirby just finds it in a chest.
it.
Just
Just somewhere. Yeah, well, a lot of the great. I was finding this out while I was playing. While I was like looking at the footage. Oh, is this the boss that used to be
This is
Blackface?
Mega Man.
This used to be Blackface, but they changed it.
This dude was super cool. He's a little scary looking. And then
Yeah.
there's like the Jewel dude who's kind of freaky looking, but. Yeah.
Every-
And then like he's in like a fucking abyss. Like bro, this just scared me as a kid. Like,
Bro, what's that game?
Wait, I
Oh.
need to find the original. Can you look up Kirby Superstar original Wham Bam Rock boss fight on like the SNES? You need to find it.
I think I know what you're talking about, but it's been so long.
Yeah,
now,
it looked like fucking Looney Tunes depiction of a black person. It was so like what?
I like the way this one looked.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of people say like, oh, Nintendo loves their hand bosses because like that's
Yeah.
They do like
they did that in Odyssey a lot where
Mario
it was like
64, although it wasn't a huge thing, but it
Yeah.
was,
It just looks like something from like Zuma.
Can I see? Show me.
Whoa.
No, I know. Like I was just talking about the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it was.
This one is way better.
Yeah.
I like the little earring things.
Yeah. But oh no,
That's cool.
no. Hang on.
Damn, bro.
Go!
Brr.
Yo!
Get him.
Ganondorf's like, no! You haven't seen the last of me!
And then we never saw him again.
No, yeah, he just left.
My face went.
Where we got the Sonic ring?
There's a super version of that dude, and he's like, has like 3 eyes or something, and he has like crystal hands, I think.
Yeah?
And he's cool looking, but kind of scary.
I think that's
So
Sonic
now,
8.
1 mile an hour.
You guys were gonna talk about some school stories?
Oh yeah. I know we told you a little bit the other day, but
You just did the voice. Wait.
Sam, do you want
are
to
we
tell us
done?
the stories? Yeah.
Oh, I think we're done.
Oh.
Getting out of this fucking cave once and for all.
Later. Later, Nikki. Wait, what's
So-
up here? Nothing cool.
Speaking of school stories, we had this one teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just call him Mr. Rock in this case. Sent us out, but Jay, I'm talking about Mr.
We're gonna talk about Mr. Some old shit. Okay.
It is
Mr.
old
Rock.
shit.
'Cause I
but
remember
there's some funny
when
We're
stuff.
done.
Dude, look at that logo. That's crazy.
That is a logo.
I want
But
that
the
on my
Kitty's
skateboard.
logo at the bottom.
Have him come out of a toilet.
These all kind of look like band logos.
Yeah.
Oh, this one was
Oh,
cool.
I forgot how this one goes, but this one was really cool.
All of these.
Black screen.
Meta Knight is really cool because like you kind of
Red
can do
screen.
whatever with him because he's like a good guy and now he's a bad guy. I find it interesting. I also find it interesting when they try to like imply that Waddle Dees are talking.
Yo, dude, it's the animation from Nintendo. That
I
one
know.
little thing from Newgrounds.
Oh.
I'm not a
What?
huge.
It's just like there's like a Kirby animation of this back then.
Hmm.
I'm not a huge Kirby fan, so I don't know the lore, I suppose. But it's like weird how Meta Knight's a bad guy, but then sometimes he's a good guy. Or is he only a good guy when there's a greater evil?
I think that the thing is that he is a good guy. It's just in the previous games he was just sort of seen as a bad guy. Now he's sort of like Shadow the Hedgehog but better.
I was literally gonna say isn't he like the Shadow the Hedgehog type character?
No, I mean Shadow's been flanderized
The
as
screens
well,
get bigger.
but like. The thing about early on, King Dedede was sort of an enemy. Now he's just sort of like a friend that doesn't
now
really
he's
like
kinda a
Kirby.
good guy, which is weird because he's always been
Kirby's here. He's flying this
Right,
We
way.
need to play the Shadow the
Oh
Hedgehog
no!
game.
Oh no! What do we do?
I actually
Let's
played a lot
interfere
of
with our
that as a
plans.
kid too.
Really?
Yeah, my
Or, like,
grandma,
in the
my grandma
menu.
bought it for me, and
All
she was
on
like, "Cause
deck.
you like Sonic so much." She started saying swears. She's like, "Maybe I should have bought this game."
Well, it was originally teen rated, but they changed it to E10.
All I know is that the menu, when you press link, it goes when it's done.
It's so funny.
Yes,
Can you
God.
not get those guys?
Like from the the
You
back.
you can't swallow them because then they turn evil.
Got 'em.
Yeah, it is honestly. I feel like this could have probably couldn't have, but like seeing this on the SNES would have been insane.
Nah, bro, this is just beautiful. It could have only existed on the DS.
Wait, did I just die? Wait, did I just lose? I don't understand.
What happened? Did you not
Oh,
beat the boss?
I don't understand what the fuck just happened.
you won.
What
Q died. Did.
the fuck? Oh no, that's part of the story. That's part of the story. Okay, I was like, wait, what? I don't remember that being a thing. I guess I was just really good at the game when I was a kid.
Got him. All things considered, I feel like he wasn't that great of a teacher. No offense, but he was really.
All started
funny.
off with this: is that Mr. Brock was like at the very end of his fucking teaching career. Like,
Yeah.
I think he was like 30 years in or something. He's a pretty old dude. And he was like, that's when he retired, like our year. So he was just at the fucking end. Of his, he was at his fucking last fucking straw,
Been
dude.
teaching for a long time.
Bro, our class
least-
just kept pushing.
At least he didn't
were
try
on
to-
every single one of his nerves.
At least he didn't try to like teach you German because he was 1% German or something.
Yeah, but he didn't care about us.
Do you remember
at all.
who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guten Morgen.
Oh my
Morgan.
God. Okay.
I hated her.
But they segregated our fucking 6th grade class into
Yeah.
2 groups. I didn't experience
That one
that
time she
pain.
was telling me a story. I was like, yeah, so I know like German, but like, I forgot what it was. And pretty much she was talking. It's like, and sometimes if I don't know a word in German, I'll just make it up.
So we're talking about a teacher. We're not going to say her name, but she was our literature teacher, I think. and she sucked. She was so annoying. I remember one time I wrote a story and I was making fun of modern art, and I basically said a modern artist was really bored, so he just threw paint on a canvas and then called it a day. And she responded to that story, but why did he do this?
Why did he do that? Because he was bored?
Because he was bored. I said it in the thing. What the fuck? One time I was so sick of her fucking class that I was literally slamming my head into like one of her like shelves or whatever, and she just went up to me and said, "Stop doing that."
That's all?
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
One
Don't
time,
piss on that tree,
I want to eat the
asshole.
donuts.
I had a...
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was that.
That was a reference to Mike.
No.
Dude. So I had a project due, and I didn't finish it, but I didn't want to do it late either, so I decided to turn it in slightly unfinished. In retrospect, I probably should have just finished it or whatever.
I mean, how
don't
bad could it have
remember.
been? It was like
Yeah,
6th grade, right?
But whatever. So anyway,
Still.
so it was unfinished, but at least I turned it in on time. And then she graded it late, and so she marked it as late and unfinished.
What? Dude.
I'm like, dude, I turned it in. So that...
You either do your job right or don't do it at all.
Yeah,
You're wasting my time!
You're wasting my grades. Oh, I love the fake out.
But I mean, it was like a long time ago. The grades didn't matter.
Dude, I'm gonna be real. So the thing with our middle school is that they had
Was that?
Was.
We're not in middle school.
We're middle
We're in
school.
middle
We're middle
school,
schoolers.
guys.
We're middle schoolers.
Still.
Thing with our middle school, the thing with our previous middle school that we went to, for it had 4 places. It had a place for the 6th graders, the 7th graders, the 8th graders, and another place for the 6th graders. So they cut the 6th grade in half. So that basically means that for like most classes of the day, you just certain people you just never saw. Just like you're walking around, you didn't have classes with like some of your friends. Like like everybody here was on the top floor. I didn't have a class with any of them. I was on the bottom floor.
Yeah,
And like I knew those people, they were cool, but like you just didn't see certain people until 7th grade.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
The bottom floor always freaks me out because up top there are windows.
It's the
and
same thing.
There were lights, but down there.
Dude, no, but the scariest thing, it's the same
Ooh,
thing.
fighter.
So when you go up there, you're like, oh, you go down. You like you look out the window.
The upstairs, there was windows and the sun was out and it was bright. But the few times I'd always go downstairs, there was always
Kind
like
of
dark.
darker.
Here's the bad
there's,
kids.
Like, there's more lockers.
You just see kids like dealing drugs there.
That's where most of the sketchy shit went on.
What what kind of sketchy shit?
Oh, just kids getting numbers off. I don't know, just like middle school sketchy shit.
Middle
Just,
school sketchy shit.
you
What
know.
they were trading Pokemon cards?
Yeah, you know, they're trading. No, they're trading what are those
Vapes.
cards? No, not they're trading garbage pail kids. Those are bad.
Oh, we should watch the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
There
No!
was a movie?
Don't curse that. I know about that.
It is like considered one of the worst movies ever made.
But I
Where did I
hate
swear
the
they
Garbage
talked about that in
Pail
That's
Kids
Texas?
that
so
scared the
much.
shit out of me as a kid, 'cause my bigger brother's huge into it, and he had a bunch of cards, but he wouldn't really show us, so once in a while, it was just like in the closet, and I found them, and they were so scary. Like,
Yeah,
the
some of them
kid-
were like, this was made for kids? Like,
Yeah.
I don't like them. I hate them.
They're made
ugly,
for, like,
disgusting.
I thought it was like teens.
They're for like
But
skateboarders.
as a little kid, that scared the shit out of me. Like,
But,
they
like-
were like weird, fucked up.
there's
They're Roger Core.
yeah, well, the thing about it is that I remember them being really weird to look at, and it made me uncomfortable. Like, this shouldn't be, like, they are marketed towards kids. Like, the Garbage Pail Kids movie is a PG movie. I was like, really? But
What's that little gumdrops name again?
it doesn't feel like a PG movie. It feels gross. There's like an entire bit where one of them tries to eat a baby's like toe. There's like one bit where they strip a bunch of ladies down to just their underwear. It was really it was a really weird kids movie.
Bro, this is
Doesn't
what
sound
every
like
day
a
in LA
kid's
looks
movie.
like.
Yeah. Let me get on you.
You tried to jump and you jumped.
There we
Oh,
go.
I remembered a thing that happened in middle school. My math teacher,
She was
she would
nice, but she said some weird things.
she would write down. This was not in like sixth grade, whatever.
Oh,
she would
okay,
write
sorry.
down on the board how many assignments you're missing in your name,
Oh!
which is awful. And
Wait, was it 8th grade?
7th.
Okay.
No, wait. 8th, I think.
Censor
Yeah,
that out.
yeah.
Fuck her, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking hated her.
So
I had
the principal-
her. She was I fucking hated that class.
There's more to the story, but I want to get this out of the way first. The principal
'cause
did
you
eventually
told me-
show up and be like, "Hey, you can't do that."
Oh, what?
Do that.
No, you've never told me that.
So I think she got in like really big trouble.
I remember.
We'll bleep that out. We'll call her Mrs. Mac. Dude, she's a bitch.
Should we call her Miss Herbs?
That doesn't make sense.
What the fuck?
You get launched into the ground.
Oh, okay. Again, I was like, is this a glitch?
This
What?
is full of trolls. Anyways, so let's just say I wasn't in
Wait,
the best
isn't that your
place.
She's my friend now.
Yeah, that's your A.
I
Even though he
like
killed her.
I like the well, I raised her children, so we're all good.
Oh, okay.
I like the. You also kill their children in Return to Dreamland, kind of.
Oh, she got fucked up. Yeah, by a laser.
I remember I was in special ed during middle school. Middle school was right when we found out, oh, Quentin has autism, which was very problematic in elementary school and most of middle school. But
just to like know things.
Middle
I don't
school
know,
was
just to know
awful.
things.
Yeah.
With the
Would have been
stories.
made things so
No,
much
no, 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 no,
No.
God.
But
No.
Dude.
okay, so in middle school there was this really, just, I'm gonna say I didn't really like her at all. She was like, you know those teachers that constantly have a frown on their face and like are just like entire, like all the time they just, it looks like they just don't want to be there. But like I remember there was one time where she had a bunch of autistic kids in one room, right? And
was she like specifically like special?
yeah,
ed
we
teacher?
were doing special ed like group
I don't-
like.
You gotta have a special person to do that.
Yeah, you gotta have somebody who's,
person.
like,
Yeah,
not an
a
asshole.
nice person, not someone who clearly was just doing. If it felt like she felt like a substitute, but like in the entire class. So there was one day, right, where I took two things to school, where it was Simon, you know, the like the game Simon, where it's like the 4-color buttons.
Oh,
Yeah.
Simon.
Yeah, I was obsessed with it at the time, so I brought that, and I also brought some Cyanide and Happiness books in like but they were like the comics, but like in just printed out in a bunch of books. Which, granted, I probably shouldn't have brought that to school, but so I was off. I was off in one room, like playing Simon with a bunch of other kids, right?
Yeah.
And then so then I came back, right? And I was showing the book to some of my friends, but for the most part, she wasn't involved in it whatsoever, right?
Dude, the most clutch tomato.
Yeah, dude, are you
Awesome.
kidding me? That was like pixels.
Anyways, yeah.
But but then I came back and I was looking through my backpack. And I was like, where the hell is my like Cyanide and Happiness
no.
book? And she was like, and I was like, hey, do you know where it is? And she was like, yeah, I took it to the principal's office.
No, wait,
That
did
was-
she go in your backpack?
She went in my fucking backpack where they were.
I don't think you're allowed to do this.
took them out, read them, and then said, oh, this is gross.
Bullshit.
Yeah, and so then
Dude.
yeah, and I was like, and I was so fucking pissed at her.
I'm sorry.
She basically fucking ratted me out, and it was just so frustrating. I was like, dude, are you fucking serious? And the worst part is I had to fucking go. I had to go to the principal's office the next day and get them back. But on that day, right? I swear to God, this fucking happened, right? We were all done with our class. I was super pissed at her.
Yeah.
So I was like, she was like, goodbye everyone, and I didn't say anything back to her.
Mm-hmm.
And so because I was pissed, and so I went into the hallway, and I was just like, whatever. And then I hear Quentin, and she followed me into the hallway, and she said, please come back to my office. I was like, okay, and then I was like, what is it? And she was like, when someone says have a good day, you say it back.
And
she-
no, you don't.
And she fucking made me, and so she said, okay, let's try that again. Have a good day, Quentin.
I'm
And then
so sorry I had to deal with this shit.
she
I
said,
never
have a good day,
fucking knew.
Quentin. And then I just walked out again.
Fuck that.
She didn't follow me again, too.
Good.
Stuck in an infinite loop.
It's like a video game where you can't say no to the dialogue. Getting the books back was another thing, because I remember I couldn't just go to the office and just get them back.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't as simple as that. What I had to do was they emailed my fucking parents,
Oh.
right? Like, Quentin has these very inappropriate books, and he brought them to school, and they phrased it like I brought a porno, and not
does sound
just
like you brought a porno, which
Yeah.
you brought fucking Cyanide and Happiness, which is just comics.
like they're very edgy comics, but
I
they
mean,
were.
it's just edgy.
Yeah,
That's all it
it's
is.
basically just. I mean, there
This
was.
was in middle school.
This was in middle school.
Middle schoolers are into that kind of
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
dude, they're stick figures.
And so I was so fucking scared. I was like, what are my parents gonna think? And my mom was like, my mom originally thought I brought like just some sort of like porno book.
Because that's what the fuck you
yeah,
think
that's what they said.
from the email.
And then I explained it and actually showed her some of the comics. I had to explain a comic about masturbation to one of my parents. That was fun. And she was like, "Okay, I get it. So it's nothing, basically." I was like, "Yeah, it's nothing."
W.
And then my dad, and then I was really concerned about my dad because he's way more strict about those things. But my dad, I was like, "Dad, I I described in the comics," and he's like, "Yeah, no, that sounds like a thing middle schoolers would like."
Yeah,
Why?
I was like,
Yeah.
he's cool. He would understand.
And I talked to my fucking principal, and the middle school principal was kind of cool. And so he was, and he was like,
the principal or the PC principal. Legit, I fucking hated the vice principal there because he was literally the PC principal.
yeah. But the middle school, school principal, at least in my interactions, he was pretty cool.
He was cool.
Yeah.
And so I told him like, "Hey, can I have my books back?" He was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And I was like, so you guys basically emailed like, and he totally understood. He's just like, "Yeah, I get why you like that thing. Just don't take it to school." I was like, "Fair enough." And I remember I told them like, "Oh, and by the way, they phrased it like I brought a porno or something to school," and he was like, "Yeah, sorry, that was not okay. That wasn't our intent, or that shouldn't have been our intent."
There should be some repercussion there or something.
Yeah. So my dad, this was around the time I was getting super into like manga and anime and stuff like that.
When was this?
This was still middle school.
Okay.
And so I remember this. So I remember one of the animes I was into at the time was No Game No Life Zero, and
That was a big one. I remember that.
yeah, and my dad loved. It was at this point my dad had already told me that the Easter Bunny wasn't real, and so he was he actually got me to, and he was like, "Hey Quentin, you want to go Easter basket shopping with me?" And we went to this place where it's like a bunch of like comics and like board games, like nerdy stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was
cool
really
stuff.
cool.
That's cool.
And he was like, "Oh, what's some manga that you want?" And I'm like, "Oh, let me look at and see if there's any manga that interests me." And one of them was No Game No Life Zero, or No Game No Life Please Volume 3.
Boss is an asshole.
And so
Yeah, no,
I was familiar with the anime and the movie at the time, and I was like, "Oh, maybe I should get this because I like No Game No
Which
Life."
we've seen, right?
Yeah, the movie's fucking fantastic. It is, or from what I remember, I was a teenager.
We all have our shirts from when we saw it.
Yeah, and it was years ago. So I got this manga, right?
Yeah.
And I was familiar with No Game No Life, and there's some nudity in there, but it's like nudity where you never see like the nipples, and it's not too bad, right? But so the point is that I got this manga, right, and I was like, "Oh, it can't be that bad." So then my dad got it for me as an Easter present, and he was like, "All right, Quentin, I'm getting this for you." Or I think it wasn't. That one was for the Easter present. And he was like, "All right, I'm getting this for you. Is that good?" And I'm like, "Yep." And so I brought it to school, but then realized, oh wait, it's part 3, so I have no idea what the fuck's going on with the story. I still own it, but I just never got the previous copy, so I just never read it all the way through. And so I remember taking it to school, and then later on I actually read the book. There is full frontal nudity with like nipples and shit. And I remember getting a Post-it note and like putting it over the nipples like fucking Home Alone or something. And it was and I was extra scared because I was like, "Dad got this for me as a gift. Like, is he gonna be like really weirded out?" And so
that was cool.
Yeah, and I remember I was talking with my middle school principal, and he made a joke, and he was like, because I had the book with me, and he was like, "Huh, that one doesn't have any like penises in it or anything, right?" And I was like, No, no.
She's like a sweat, like.
Yeah.
Did it
It was.
have penises in it?
It did not have penises. It had nipples.
But I had titties.
It had titties. It had.
So I guess you didn't lie.
Yeah, I didn't lie. So whatever.
So we're all good.
Yeah. It was. But I liked also. My dad got me No Game No Life. No Game No Life. Like the first level, because it started out as a light novel, but then they made it a manga. And I was like, oh, I want to read the manga. And so he got me the first volume because I was doing so well in school. He's like, Quentin, this is because you're doing so well in school. And then I like actually started reading it, and I'm like, there's straight up a subplot about how the dude makes the girl wet in her vagina. Ooh. Like literally, like they showed like they didn't show the actual vagina, but they showed like the outline of it and it getting wet and shit. And I was like, I shouldn't show this to my dad.
I'll say, as long as you don't show him, he won't know probably.
Yeah, I was like this. I got this for being a good boy. Like this is bad.
On this
Man,
possible,
there's
it's
gonna
kind
be
of like
no
Mother
games
Brain.
on live, no pussy.
No,
Shout outs
no
to,
pussy.
Q-Dad for watching this video.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no. My mom
no.
actually said she watched the previous Me and the Boys, or she watched the Chef's Love Shack one. And I was like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And all she said was, I was watching your YouTube channel and I heard you say the F word, like as a joke, because she knows I say it all the time anyway.
Yeah, that's good.
I can't remember how you do this, boss.
When am I gonna be on it?
When am I gonna be on Me and the Boys?
Dude, Papa John's was saying something, bro.
I tried to talk to some people and they're
Ignoring me.
Dude.
We-
shit! I forgot I was gonna say something about that math teacher.
Yeah.
Let's just say I wasn't doing the best, like mentally.
Oh, this is right. This is how the boss fight works. I forgot.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Can you duck? Oh, you can block.
Yeah.
So I was doing really bad. School was not a priority and stuff, and so I fell really behind in all my assignments. Not like the grades mattered in middle school anyway.
God!
It never amounted to anything to me anyways.
Yeah. No, totally.
I don't
I'm
know.
not trauma dumping, I'm just telling you the lore.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Is he like that sometimes?
Let's just say I had a lot of missing assignments, but anyway.
Oh yeah, same.
She would walk past me out loud in front of everyone to hear. She'd go, "Hey, what's up, Mister 100 missing assignments?"
Bro! I mean, I think it was like a joke, but still,
But
that's
like,
No, still. It's like middle school,
I mean,
not the time when
did
you
I
should be like-
care? I mean, like, not really. I don't
Still,
care if
it's
other
just
people are
not
like,
to be-
that's missing assignments.
It's
Not-
literally
it's
just,
like,
it's a dick slap. Like, why the fuck would you ever do that?
so,
And
my
out
name was on
loud
the
in front
board.
of people at school.
well, it's like you're almost missing 100 assignments.
Oh, I can't curl that yet. And so it would show my name on the
You
board.
can't curl those
They're
things.
free!
You can't curl these yet.
And I was missing a bunch of assignments, and yeah, the principal had to be like, dude, you can't do that shit. So she
Yeah.
had to take it on. She was like, I guess I have to.
Oh,
but-
I accidentally skipped the cutscene.
I guess I have to take it on. I like it so much. Maybe I can have. Oh, fine. Like, she was like hesitant
You
to take
can't
it
be
down.
mean to kids, teacher.
The ship is done for. I'm not paying attention to any of the story, by the way.
Anyway, so that's that.
You can be Cutter.
Like, not like I care, but just like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That I remember. There's a lot of things like that. Like I remember you remember the teacher that I just talked about. She was with the one where she like took my
Scout.
cyanide and happiness
Yeah.
books.
Yeah.
I remember me and one of the people there were like bonding and actually having like fun because that's what you're supposed to do. Autistic kids, you know, just hanging out, like talking about autism,
You know,
how to
have
yeah.
autism talk.
Yeah, how to like
your spectrum represent.
how to like you know do that. And
colors.
and we were talking about the Pymations Five Nights at Freddy's animation.
God damn it, you're Freddy!
Yeah, those. And we were like laughing about it, and then she just looked at us and we're like, well, I guess you had to be there. It's just like, bro, we're having fun. She was just like,
I missed out on Five Nights at Freddy's, guys.
yeah, she
I
was
don't get it.
she was just like, I guess you had to be there. Like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you had to
this
be
wasn't you were part of this
you had to be
conversation.
at Pymations. I guess you just had to be there for Pymations. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 animation, guys.
She was. I guess she was more of a Jaden Animations
Yeah,
person.
she never jumped 5 a.m. at Freddy's. That was
Yeah,
another
she never
thing.
did
Shoutouts
Pymations.
to all the really good teachers and caretakers of people.
Yeah, because you remember
you
them.
just
You
said
remember
one
how
of the
good they
coaches, they were
were.
like-
They're some of the best. I haven't like I haven't ever had one, I guess, but I've seen them around. And I just mean, like, shout outs to them, like they changed the world.
Shout outs to all the good teachers. I never had one.
I just mean like teachers who
who like care and like make jokes.
I've had like 2.
There are teachers,
3.
especially for people who have like autism or other disabilities. I guess like
some people
those
just
people
pick up. Dude, I'll bring one guy from middle school that I know everybody's gonna be like, and we can bleed this out, Mr.
Oh.
What a fucking G! What a G! What a G!
And I'm just trying to say, there's some teachers who are bad teachers, and I think teachers who have to. I don't know, man.
I think you need to like kids to be a teacher.
Yeah. Or
I
just like
feel
know how to
that's
talk.
those
I was about to make a
kids
joke and be like, I'm gonna list 15 favorite teachers. Censor this out. Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for what, dude. I need to tell you about the time I went to. So there was a time, I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to like be just a huge bummer and shit.
But fill up stuff. That's okay. You just
it was
get what you need to talk.
Where
about
like
stuff.
oh, watch this. Like it wants you to grab it, but you can just. Okay, I guess you can't do that in this game.
Oh, it's got the music.
And then could you just fight them with your weapon, your parasol?
Yeah. Oh no, you're supposed to smack them with it, and that's how you like get with the parasol.
The drums in the song go hard.
Oh yeah, no, this is a certified banger. There was a certain point right around the middle school time where I feel like a lot of kids get into that mental health sort of sting because middle school fucking sucks.
So
Middle
weird
school
because
is awful.
I didn't even get there until like late into the game.
Yeah, and I just hated it. Middle school, and to the point where I was at a horrible place mentally, right?
Which really fucking sucks because like literally I don't want to like here's my flavor of middle school. I was so blissfully unaware of everything, it just flew by.
Yeah, there were a lot of kids that thought I like moved or dropped out of school because I had to go to like half mental health
and stuff.
Yeah, like it was half mental health. I didn't see you guys for a while.
I know, that sucked.
Yeah, and then I went to a glorious like school.
I'm just glad you went. Because honestly, because I'm gonna be real, high school it was bad.
Yeah, but I didn't even get to start my story. I remember, but
I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is literally like the serious story, and I just can't be like
Okay, so I was at a bad place mentally, and I kept.
I'm sorry, I literally ruined it. Okay, so.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, and
Start the episode over.
I would. This is your fault.
This is my fault.
Look what you.
Okay, I'm gonna start talking.
I guess I'm Meta Knight. I'll be Meta Knight, guys. That's me. All right.
It's Shovel Knight.
I'll play the quiet game.
Okay, so I was going to a lot of like half mental health, half like half like therapy, half school places. And there was a place I went to that I really liked. It was called I'm gonna censor that out because it might be
no, that's okay.
It might be local is the thing, but the place was defunct, which is why I thought I could say it, but it might be local, but so I'm not sure.
So it was just like a huge kind of like facility.
No, it was very small. All the kids were like the cool kids, and they were very nice, very cool. All the teachers there kind of got bullied by the students, but most of them were cool. There was this one guy named David that everyone bullied.
I mean,
like,
David's just a shitty name.
And like he was like the soy toast. Like he was like the guy who's like, all right, kids, now we're gonna be doing this, like that, like and I remember on the last, it was like a movie on the last day because they were going out of business. None of the teachers like swore or anything. Like they were very laid back and cool, but like none of the teachers were allowed to swear or anything or whatever. And he was like. And he was very timid the entire time, but everyone kept bullying him. And on the last day, everyone was like talking over him, and he started yelling, "Yes, I know this fucking sucks, all right? I know, but we need to get through this, okay? This is the last day. We just need to do this." And we were like,
we're not in that guy's level, damn.
No, we like fell silent.
Silence.
It was the climax. It was
he's like, dude, we're having a good time. What's going on with you?
It was like the final moment where he spoke up for himself. It was like I was like, oh my god! Like I was literally like, that is he the main character? Like what?
He whipped off his glasses and went. His hair came out of his bandana.
It's like Prince Charming from Shrek 2.
Yeah, legit.
The place that I went to, afterwards, I like to call it gay baby jail because
you told me about
yeah,
gay baby jail.
because it felt like
where they treat you like a gay baby.
Yeah, it felt like a prison and they treated you like a baby.
Dude, I don't remember this one.
And Milky Way Wishes. Yeah, you probably never got far enough.
I remember this one.
Well,
It's the one with Marks.
I just might. Oh, never mind. I played this one.
Yeah, this one. So I actually like the story of this one where like the sun and moon start fighting.
Yeah, this one's cool stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Sun and Mr. Shine, or Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright, or whatever.
I'm Mr. White.
There's like this weird
Mr. White
robot clock thing.
Yeah, the robot clock thingy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the something Nova. I forgot what it's specifically called. It's very important in Kirby lore, like very important.
And that's this one.
Yeah, Marks is also in this one. I like Marks. He's cool. I think that after this one, he actually does regret fucking Kirby over because this is sort of.
I was gonna say he looks like he's gonna be like a twist villain.
He is. He's a twist villain. Surprise, surprise. But this was like the start of when Kirby games started to do the whole thing where like you have a friend throughout the entire game, but then they betray you at the last second. So now they're the final boss. That to the point where Elfilin, the new character in Kirby and the Forgotten Land, like no one trusted him throughout the entire game. They're like, bro, this guy's. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil what happens with him, but it kind of. They kind of portray you, kind of not really though. Yeah, they treated you like a baby, and it felt like prison. And so, and then you get one of these.
So you went to a good one, then you went to this bad one?
Yeah, this really shitty one.
Damn.
And then, I remember this, and you can like store the copy abilities. You don't have to. You don't have to like actually swallow them. I thought that was like a cool.
So can you have fighter all the time?
I think so. But so this place was fucking shit, by the way. They mixed in people who,
Why does that water look like Sprite?
they mixed in people who had like suicidal tendencies to people who were addicted to drugs.
Okay.
Yeah, and that meant
very
like
clear difference.
You had to like to get into the building. You had to go through a fucking metal detector. There was a guy behind like a sheet of glass that you had to give all. There was like a drawer you had to pull out and then put all your belongings in, and then you'd put the drawer back in,
including your phone.
Yeah, including your phone. Everything, literally everything. You weren't allowed a single possession in there.
No screen agent.
I don't even think you were allowed like a book or anything.
America, 5 seconds.
let me sneak my weapon inside this book real quick.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, who's gonna do that?
Well, it's like the iconic like Bible, like gun in the Bible.
Gun in the Bible.
I always carry my hollowed out Bible around.
Like I don't want to interrupt the story, but I can kind of get it if there are people who.
Yeah, are addicted to drugs. They might.
Yeah, or maybe even dangerous.
They need help, but like they need help, but like
but this
you
is
shouldn't
not
group it with
helping.
like mental health, and also like it's like two different problems.
Definitely makes him feel like a damn prisoner. Bro.
Yeah, and they.
Goes to play some Smash.
It literally and like the lunch times, you were in a lunchroom and like 3 people were in corners just like folding their arms, staring at you, not even eating lunch, from what I remember.
Not even gonna talk or be.
Yeah.
Fun.
And unless you really wanted to talk to them, and no one wanted to talk to anyone who worked there, because they were all... Most of the teachers were actually really nice and cool, and I remember watching, like, a pretty decent movie in one of the classes where it was, like, about some, like, ruffian boy who wants to start making, like, rocket ships or something.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I thought that movie was fine.
Movie. I don't know. I didn't love it, but it was fun.
The story of Mr. Rock.
Mr. Rock, everybody started clapping when they thought the dad was gonna die.
We can get to that later.
We can get to that.
Okay, because we watched the movie. Something funny happened in the theater.
Just remind me, I forget. Okay.
Got it. But yeah, the school part was great, and that was the part I was really worrying about. But the thing about the previous thing is. Yeah, I liked the school part in the previous place, and also the therapy part, because both of like everyone was really nice, and also like you wanted to, except for David, all the people liked the staff. Fucking David.
Fucking David.
Can't believe David. But they.
I know, it sucks.
I know this video fucking sucks. But the school part was fine. The therapy part, which I thought I was gonna like, was the worst.
Like the most important part.
Yeah, one of the most important parts. Like the school part is the part so we can be here constantly and not have to worry about like, oh, we're missing out on school. The therapy part is the part where you're supposed to make sure these kids are improving, learning, everything. And I don't want any of this to come off as offensive, because I very much care about mental health, despite what some people might think.
Well, no, it's like, I'm not trying. Okay, that's the thing, is that we're men, we know how things are. I'm not trying to make fun of mental health. We've all been there.
I've been through some
and
shit.
if anything, we're making fun of the places, because they need to step it up.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, fuck, what was I gonna say? The therapy parts sucked, because there was one fucking therapist we would always talk to. It was a group therapy session.
Ooh.
And her name was, I honestly just don't care if I say her name, because she was a fucking bitch. I might censor it out, but I honestly don't want to. I'm just gonna say her name was right? It felt like she was a fucking robot. Like she would
NPC.
And yeah, it felt like she was like an NPC. It was so scary. She would constantly talk all the time over these kids who were there for therapy.
To talk, and the therapist listens.
Yes, but she talked like, bro, you're not interesting, but you keep talking.
What could she possibly be blabbering about?
I don't know. She constantly was talking all the fucking time about nothing. No one cared about what she had to say, and if a kid said something, they'd get like 2 sentences in, and then she'd have like 15 million sentences about what that sentence just meant. Like, it was so dumb.
Therapist, I have never been to one, but I assume they're supposed to talk, but majority they're supposed to listen, right?
Yes.
Like, they talk, but they're not the ones who...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
They're the listeners.
They're supposed to listen to your plight and everything. Oh wait, I should probably there we go. But she just kept talking, and to the point where no one could fucking talk.
Not funny, but you just keep talking.
Yeah, none of these mentally ill kids talk.
Want to hear her shit.
Yeah, or wanted to hear her. And you couldn't tell a single joke, because, or no, you couldn't even cause in the previous place that I went to, a lot of kids were very vocal about they would make haha, like sex jokes a lot. But if you tried to pull that shit, you would get fucking written up. They hated that. And to the point where it felt like
schoolers do a lot is make sex jokes.
It was. I thought like it felt like Footloose. I was like, I want to tell jokes, because this is.
I need to tell a dick
the
joke.
mood, maybe.
I got a dick joke on my mind.
So then I fully said, like, I'm going to tell a joke. I'm gonna tell a joke, and I had to make it a mission. Like, I'm gonna fucking tell a joke today. And so I said,
Cartman fighting it in hey, we should send him to the concentration camp. God damn it!
Yeah, basically that. And so there was a thing where every time you said something self-deprecating, you had to say at least one compliment for yourself.
Oh, gross! I hate those.
Yeah, or you had to say, say one
anything good about myself.
or you had to say one thing that you could do with all your senses. Like, right now I see the TV, I taste, spit in my mouth.
People want to do that.
Yeah, I hear people talking, right?
I hear somebody bitching to me like this fucking therapist that's like, won't shut the fuck up.
5 things I can see, 4 things I can touch. Like that.
Yeah, something like that, but one for each sense, right? And so I was like, okay, this is my chance. I'm gonna make a joke. And I was like, okay, I see, the carpet. I taste saliva. I touch myself. And everyone in the class laughed except for the teacher. She stared at me blank faced, because she probably hasn't downloaded the emotion update yet. And she said,
She doesn't know what
Quentin, That was uncalled for.
You made everyone laugh.
You made everyone laugh.
You made
That was uncalled for.
there's no joy.
But you didn't
It's
follow
just,
the rules,
it was like
so.
Mr. Crocker levels of just like I love when kids are like sad. Like it was like that level shit. Like, F.
By the way, it's Merry Christmas.
Yeah, she was such a bitch.
She is one of those ladies.
No, don't get me wrong. You definitely have to follow rules in society, but there's some people, and not that you shouldn't follow the rules, and it might be hard. This might come off weird. I don't know if everyone understands, but
Majority rules?
there's some people who follow the rules
Too much.
too much. I know you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm breaking the rules. I don't know, but it's
Like a Melvin, like from Captain Underpants.
But you should also
You
know.
guys understand, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
people
yeah.
Listen to the rules too
But
much.
like, yeah, exactly. You should know when things are like taken too far, and you should know your boundaries. People are smart, okay, and people know when they get around rules to be fucking smart when they do it, and also just not to like be a stickler. So it's
You
just
know what I mean?
People who just
Yeah.
like are like too like. I mean, it's good to have like boundaries.
I think
and
the
stuff,
only
but
other
like,
kid that didn't laugh at my joke was the Melvin Sneasley kind of kid. Like we straight up had one of those like teacher pets
was
kids.
it
Oh
David?
no!
It was not Baby David.
David origin story.
David origin story. David babies.
And there are times and places for rules, and some rules have phone. No, but no, I mean,
There we
I mean,
go.
that's cool. Like, no phone, no nothing.
Yeah, no nothing. And there was one other joke that I kept doing at places that I kind of get why they didn't want me to do it here, where I would wear a pair of shorts, but then wear pants over them, so I just pull down my pants
Yeah.
and just have my pants over my ankles, and I just thought that was funny. But yeah, no,
That is funny.
they weren't having that.
I'm trying to tell all these students why I'm the greatest therapist, and they're ignoring me.
And it was.
I'm trying to brag.
I remember fucking hating her first off,
Yeah.
and also just hating, like I hated that entire place so much. There was one time where I had enough. I was like, I straight up went up to one of those teachers and I was like, I'm running away. I'm running out of here. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And I was in. It's not like when a kid says that to their parent. No, I was a fucking teenager. I meant it.
Yeah.
I meant it.
And was this place like in a town? Or
This
just in the middle
this
of
place was
nowhere?
out of town, unfortunately.
Carrying
So.
one of those cartoon stick with the little like.
Yeah,
But I was like,
yeah.
I'm straight up running away. Fuck this place. To one of the people, and you know what they said? All right.
Oh.
And so I was like, okay.
This place was bad.
Then leave,
yeah,
shut up.
yeah. And so what I did was I fucking left. I walked out. I walked out of the building, right, and into the parking lot, and I just look back and I see that fucking person who says okay, just staring at me leaving. So yeah, and I was shocked. I was like, how are you in business?
Actually, me when I let my kid.
Yeah, me when I let a mentally ill kid run away.
I would have literally just left like premises just. To
I
show
wanted to leave so bad, but I was like, I don't know my way around town. She's called my bluff, but still, I wanted so bad to just fucking leave.
Dude.
I feel so bad. I'm so sorry.
Wait, was there like a town nearby?
Yeah.
Something?
There was something.
Bro's in the middle of nowhere.
That's still fucking.
like Courage the Cowardly
Yeah,
Dog.
you got like a window.
But,
A patch of
oh,
grass.
okay, there we go. But yeah, she was just that person, and I remember I went up to one of the kids. I was like, how do you break your leg? And he was like, why? I want to get out of here. And so I got a fucking fire extinguisher and was trying to break my leg with it. Because I fucking legit hated that place.
No, it sounds terrible.
Well, I think to an extent I was sort of exaggerating. I don't think I would have actually done it, but still, like,
Well, you did want to get out of
I
it.
wanted to get out of there, and so they called my parents. And was like, yeah, he wants to kill himself again.
Kill himself.
Yeah, like, oh, I wonder why I want to hurt myself. I wonder why. I straight up said to teachers, I hate this place so much, I'm gonna break my leg. Yeah, I don't know why, but he's trying to kill himself. Fuck you.
Stop talking, therapist.
There
You're wasting my time.
There wasn't any signs. The signs.
Yeah, so this is very personal, but this led to the funniest fucking meeting I've ever went to in my life. I had been going up to my parents for weeks at this point. I think I'd been there for a week. I'm exaggerating. I'd been there for a week, right? And I wanted out. I was like, I can't do this. I hate it so much. And they were like, they were like, oh, Quentin, you know, you're just, you know, you need to give it more of a chance. You haven't been there.
Something like that.
Yeah, you haven't been there long enough. You need to give it more of a chance. I was like, no, I fucking hate it there so much. No. And I was like, literally, I hate this place. Please, I need to leave. And they were like, Quentin, you're not giving it enough of a chance. I was like, fuck it. And so then we had sort of a meeting. I don't know why that card's there. Like a meeting of like, okay, what do we do now that Quentin...
I don't know why.
Yeah, now that Quentin doesn't want to be here. What?
Can you hit the card?
I can't. What is...
I have no idea.
What the fuck?
Maybe... Nah, I'll say maybe it's the jet. That doesn't make no damn sense.
Oh, now it works. Cool. We went to... we were in this meeting, right? And it was me and my parents. And we needed to figure out... I think it was like a maintenance thing, like just like every week you have to meet with your kids, or like maybe the fucking teachers wrote me up because I was being moody or something. But
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I know. I wonder why. And so we were in this teacher. So it was the fucking therapist who kept talking and just loved herself or something. I don't know.
Wow. I'm glad she's there.
Yeah, and my parents and me. And I can't remember what she started with. And she was like, I think she started with, Quentin's just not willing to participate. Or no, Quentin just isn't like, or like something like that. And they're like, bitch, he's been to every single fucking class. He showed up every day. He is willing. And then she said something along the lines of, like, she kept talking, and she was like,
"You're wasting my time."
Yeah, and she said something along the lines of like, he doesn't give any like cues. Like we won't. He never like he just can't. We just don't know how to communicate with him. She was talking for so fucking long. I raised my hand, stopped raising my hand because she was still talking. I went, still kept talking. I said, excuse me, still kept talking, bashing my head in the fucking table, talked over it, louder. She was talking louder.
I just don't.
She was like, I can't. He just can't communicate. And my parents have straight up said, I've never said this ever. Like after the meeting, they were like, okay, you need to stop talking. Like straight up. And my parents,
let's go.
My parents just laid into her. It was so funny to watch. And she was like,
dude, man,
and she was just like,
felt so
like,
exhilarating.
It was fucking hilarious.
Like Freebird.
It was one of the most satisfying things in my fucking life. There was the one part where she what was it? She just kept saying things like, it's Quentin's fault that this isn't working out. And my mom said, like, I know your dad. I've known your dad for years. It looked like he wanted to punch that woman. He was pissed. He is not like a guy that gets angry a lot.
No, I know him. He's a chiller.
But holy shit, it was. Yeah, again, it was so fun to watch.
Your dad's so
W
cool.
mom.
Yeah,
W
my dad
dad
is
W
so
power
cool.
parents right there. Goddamn.
And I remember like there was a point where I don't know how I dodged that the first time. There was a point where they were like, does Quentin have a small place for him to go to like take a break from class? And she was like, well, there is a place that's, you know, there's a quiet like corner he can sit into. And then immediately they're like, okay, stop talking. Quentin, did you know anything about that? Jack shit. Cool, thanks. Keep going.
I was gonna say it. You like don't ask her a question.
like he.
Also, that is so funny.
Yeah. He was just like, did you know anything? Nothing. Okay, good. Keep talking. Like, all right, resume.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a fucking, like, it was a nightmare being there, but, like, and every kid hated it. There was, except for the Melvin Sneasley kid.
I don't know how they can stand it.
I don't know. I had to finish middle school there because I had no other place to go. I literally had no other place to go. It was I remember right after that meeting, my mom and my dad and my stepmom had like a group therapy meeting with a group therapist where instead of talking about them, they would talk about like me and how I'm doing and stuff like that. Yeah. And like they talked about the entire meeting with this mental professional, and this mental professional was like, "What?
God damn.
How?" And they gave you like points on like how good you were doing, and you couldn't earn them back. It was like they were
been shut down.
Yes, they were like grading like mentally ill kids and kids with drug addictions on like how good they were or something.
No, you're gonna kill Poppy Brother Senior. There he goes.
Damn, I hope this place is shut down.
The wrong place got shut down.
I know, it's terrible.
Like, how did you get out of that place?
I know this place fucking sucks, okay? It was fuck that place.
Bro, that place with the points, plus 15 social credits.
Yes!
Dude, it's China.
It is!
You went to Beijing.
How do we follow that up?
I'm glad you're out of there.
Yeah, no, I
had to go through that.
Thank you. Anyways, you guys had some school stories?
Oh,
So we can continue with school stories while we're still on the topic of school, I guess.
Kind of vaguely, yeah.
Speaking of teachers, he wasn't that great of a teacher, but he was funny, but the class wasn't good because of him. We're talking about, let's just call him Mr. Rock.
Mr. Rock.
And he was like old. It was this last year.
Yeah,
he had
was
no
Last
temper.
year, no patience, no chill.
I'm on the
Here,
story.
can I bring up one?
Yes,
Let's just set up the mood of how
there's a
chill
lot.
this dude is. Let me set the mood of how chill this dude is.
Yes.
You should bring the story of when you got locked out, because that one's really good.
Yes.
But yeah, just to show how chill this dude is. So like, my friends like, we have a clear no hat, no hood policy in middle school because yeah, exactly. So my little friend in the back, a big man, he was like just an OG. Just think of this OG. He has his fucking hood up, just smiling, this big fucking smile on his face, and then like class is going as normal, like everything's fine, and then dude, Mr. Rock just leans over with these fucking giant ass eyes, his fucking eyebrows lift off his eyes, and he's just like terrified. He's like, you need to take. Where did I tell you hoods are allowed in my classroom? You need to pull it off right now. We're like, and everybody's like, Jesus, dude. We were like, fuck. The shit was scared out of our pants. Like everybody was like,
Everyone just shit.
The door was open. Other classrooms like peeked their heads
One
out.
of the dudes who sat next to the person who got screamed at, I forgot who he told this to, but he was telling Sam or G or something. He went, "Bro, I almost shit my pants."
Okay, and I think one of the dudes who was there might have been the same dude. He was like, they tried to get him to yell at him again. They like all put their hoods up and like got their camera to record it. Like we got proof so we can sue his ass. We can like sue him for what? Funny as fuck though.
Sue him for new pants.
What happened? So like crazy. Oh man.
For me, I had him in the first hour, 7 in the morning.
No,
I
I'm third.
I'm tired as fuck. This is middle school. I'm not doing good.
Hour, Mr. Rock.
Yeah, Mr. Rock.
Mr. Rock.
Mr. Rock! It's him!
And so,
He was pointing at me like, what?
Not down at one time, so I jumped in just.
Hood!
Yeah, you shot it quick too. It's scary. It's like a fucking monster.
and so,
This is what he does to you when you put a hood on.
did I ever tell you guys? Yeah, it was like 7 in the morning or something, really damn early. And there were 3 people all looking at once with hoods. They were like troublemakers. Hood, hood, hood!
Speed run.
Hood, 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 hood!
He had to call all of them out.
And the one time, he just yelled at people just because he felt like it. One time there was, which I can say, I'm no racist. There was a bunch of Mexican girls in the hall being loud and walking by. He gets up from his desk, stops teaching class, opens the door and starts yelling at
I think
them.
I remember that.
Damn, what an asshole.
Class, I think.
No, look, there he is. There he is. Hood.
And then he started yelling at them, and then they were crying, and then they like ran away down the stairs. They started yelling and pointing at them.
Dude, he was just an asshole.
What the
Fuck!
Also, it's funny. He was like one of the loudest teachers I've ever met. And in his room, on his desk, he had a megaphone.
Yeah, that's what. Oh yeah, I
That's what
remember.
he needs.
I remember. I think that guy the same day. I remember. I think on the last day of school, we all got him to dab. I think because he was just like, what is it? What do we do? What do I have to do? We were just like, just dab, and he dabbed, and everyone was like, yo,
Bro, and
he was the science teacher, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that was him. That was him.
He was a rock teacher.
It was the last hour of the last day of school, and we got him to dab, and everyone was like really proud of
Bro,
themselves.
and how he would always pull up these presentation things. And
It's so scary. It's so loud. Sammy.
it would be like dead silent. Wait, so they just.
That'll make kids want to do it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not,
why-
dude,
that's
it
why,
scared the shit out
I had
of
a bunch
me.
of troublemaker. Well, not troublemakers, but they liked
We
it.
had
So they
troublemakers.
would wear their hood.
My fucking hour with half the class. of
Do you
troublemakers
maybe
in my
think that
fucking
he
hour.
he liked maybe he was like in on the
No,
joke?
he
He wasn't like
He
that kind of
always looked like
teacher.
he was just
No.
fucking done with it. His face
Yeah.
was red. He had veins popping and shit.
Wait, that was his face was like red, like tomato red.
There was this one girl, like, I don't know how it happens. Okay, actually, before
He
that,
was just the best actor of our time.
I'll leave it up to it. He would
This
always
dude was
pull up these like
terrible.
presentations and be multiple choice answers. They'd be like, all right, who wants to answer the question? And people have to raise their hands, and if no one is like, all right, pulling out the clipboard. He would
that
grab the clipboard, pull the metal part, and snap it. So like,
As
loudest sound.
It's like fucking Whiplash. Like, have you ever seen that movie with J.K. Simmons? Hood!
And then somebody would answer a question. There's this one girl, just she was funny. She like sarcastically, like not too much, but she just kind of did a slow clap. But and like she didn't fully mean it. But Mr.
Rock!
Stop teaching or censor that out.
Here, let's get some. I'll say rock really loud so it'll sound natural. Rock! And you put that over it.
Yeah, go for it.
Anyways, he got so mad that his face turned red and veins were popping, and he leaned over on the desk like, in her face. He was like spitting. He's like, "You don't ever disrespect someone in this class like that again."
Damn!
That is like
spitting
Whiplash
facts, but
shit.
he's
That's like some
spitting balls.
shit. If you've ever seen Whiplash, that's exactly what it's
My
like.
have
teacher was
not.
J.K. Simmons.
Oh,
I want to see
Tell
that.
me
It
the
is a
story
good
where
movie.
Sammy got locked up.
Okay, I want to say one before that real quick. One time where he got so upset, he's like, "All right, I'm done." He just walked out of the class. He was done
Can I
teaching.
tell a story? Or maybe G, can you maybe, if you want to, can finish the story for me because you were there and I wasn't. But the one time there was a serious drill going on. You wanna tell
Okay,
it 'cause
I
you were
can
there?
tell. Okay, yeah, you tell
Say
your perspective.
my point of view, and then
Yeah.
you guys say
Oh,
yours.
yeah.
Yes,
Me and
this
Sam
is
took 2
genius.
hours.
Because you
Okay,
guys were in
hours
health
was-
class, right?
Yes. Okay.
Which
so,
you guys handled it.
And he was.
I just
Let's
want
just
to
say
say
that.
mine.
The healthy. Okay, our 8th grade health teacher
Yeah,
was
he
my
was the
favorite
best.
teacher.
He
I
was
loved
so
him.
cool.
He was an OG.
So we never wait. We have drills.
Was Mr. Rock the same guy? Sorry, I just want to ask this real quick. Was Mr. Rock the same guy that like the whole like ice cream cake thing, where it's just like you should buy us an ice cream cake?
That was
That was-
that was a different-
That was a different.
dude.
That was a different
Remind
dude.
me to tell you about that guy. We can call him Mr. Buddy.
We can. We'll get to it. We'll
That's
get
like a
to
dude
that.
our age, right? Or we're talking about a teacher.
That was
The
in high
teacher.
school.
Oh, because that teacher was cool. I liked him.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I'll
Keep
get
just
to
keep
the
going. Keep going.
stories and the students.
Yeah, that's dude.
Versus
We'll call
him
him.
rivalry. Let's get back to.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
The drill
For
story.
once, we actually had.
Something was going on.
We
A
weren't sure.
serious drill.
Like,
Like
all of a
there's
sudden-
threats were being made.
All of a
School
sudden,
was
they're
getting
like,
locked
okay,
down.
it's like over the
Wasn't-
speaker. It's like, we're going on a lockdown.
We can explain
Everyone-
what happened afterwards, but
I remember our health teacher was it okay. There was no drill plan today, so I'm gonna treat this as if it's real. It could be a drill.
And
we
he
don't
said
know
the
what's going
principal
on.
didn't say anything, didn't notify them
And
of this
we
at all.
heard there were policemen at our school, and there were guard dogs and stuff like that.
Whoa.
So something was
this
going
was-
down.
bro, that was
Our health teacher got everyone in the corner, closed the blinds, stuff
Listen,
lights. He was
Lock
talking
the
about
door.
Hey,
He was
Shay,
very
lock the-
serious.
There you go.
Yep. Pleasant was.
He was just doing a really good job of keeping everything serious.
Yeah, everyone calm, everything.
And then eventually the drill was over. I forgot the reason. I think it was some like Mexican kid who got his phone taken away and he threatened something.
He made some like.
Oh my god, like some racism shit.
Or someone had a seizure. It was one of
No,
those.
it was a gun. It was a gun threat. Some student made a gun threat and walked out of the school, and that set off.
But anyways,
But,
that was my point of view.
And Shane, what class are you in? Same class?
Also, health class, and this was like so serious because it wasn't a drill. This wasn't planned. So like a lot of people
That
were
was
like
kinda
actually
freaked out.
scared.
But dude, okay, so it's like you guys are kind of like scared and like, what's going on?
Like,
Meanwhile, down the hall in Mr. Rock's class, like 3 doors over,
Yeah.
like everybody's like literally okay, it's like,
can see it.
okay,
Like,
so
in the hall.
over the speakers, we don't hear anything because the class is talking.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
His class, there's like, when you take a left, there's the hallway, a very long hallway. All the classes are left, right. His class, Mr. Ox, was all the way down, very front and center. You can
yeah,
see the
you can
doors,
see
See the windows, you can see it.
the most wide open class.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
literally,
yeah.
I can hear it too.
I can attest to that. I was here for this.
Yeah,
like
so
you
know.
can see it from the stairs. Like what we're trying to say, clear sight line. So
like a huge fucking window that no other classroom had.
not only that, just the hallway is so scary.
Literally,
you
no
can
matter
see
where
it
you
from the
were, you
other
can
side
pretty
of
much
the
see it.
building.
You
Yes.
can see it from
Massive
pretty much
windows.
everywhere.
So we're in this class, everybody's conversating and shit, just getting to know one another in this fucking boring ass third hour, and then all of a sudden, beep. Blah, blah, blah. We can't hear what's going on. Everybody's fucking talking, and he's like, we gotta be quiet. We're having a duck and cover. But we don't know what's going on. We don't know the severity because we're talking, and like nobody's like taking anything. And then all of a sudden, Mr. Rock's like, we need to do a duck and cover. Everybody, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in that back corner by the closet door.
do?
Yeah, he's like, what we're gonna do? Get in the back corner and huddle together in a corner. Like,
You sound like Mario from the Deke commercials, like, or the
you go to
Deke.
hell before you die.
Yeah,
But
all right,
but
Luigi, we're gonna have a
essentially,
duck
he
and
wanted-
cover.
But he wanted us to go to hell before we died.
Yeah.
Go in a fucking corner during like a duck and do a school shooting. You shouldn't do that shit.
You know what made it worse? He had a closet in the corner.
Yeah, okay,
a
but
big
here's the
room.
thing. I'm getting to that. You can't go in the closet. He wouldn't let you go in the closet.
Never.
We were all
That
huddled
could
by the
lock
closet,
you.
and we're like, can we go in the closet and hide? No! You're not allowed to go in the closet. Huddle next to the closet. No, everyone
That's
was
where
like,
the bodies
and then
were.
eventually just people were just on their phones. Started opening windows, taking pictures. I mean, you just started hearing... and then all of a sudden he just went, I can't do this. Arms up in the air. You're on your own. He left the door wide open. Left the glass. The kids are fucking laughing. There's vines playing music.
The door was wide open. The blinds
Meanwhile,
were not closed.
if
You
a
could see through
fucking
the
school
windows.
shooter came in, we're all dead. And we're all hiding.
You're on
in
your
the
own
corner.
open door.
All our
Boom!
phones,
Right in the face.
door wide open. The windows
Yeah.
right there.
I
all
thought Bro
dead.
said he's like, I've reached the end of my life anyway.
God, like
Something like
because there's
that.
other people that testified, man. It was fucking
Yeah.
crazy. But anyways, and that's how
Scary.
fucking funny it was for us. We didn't even know it was a real
If
thing.
that was real,
We thought it was a drill. We didn't know it was real.
well, and see, you guys didn't know. The worst part is like, this was
We were
so
all
serious.
laughing. Literally the whole
One
time.
of the most serious things we've probably had in our school.
This is the
Nothing's
most serious
really
thing
happened.
ever in my school history. This never
Meanwhile,
happened in my
literally the
school.
whole time in my classroom, everyone was just kept laughing.
Probably the most serious thing I had was the girl that like braked a jar and threatened to kill.
Yeah, but that was like
Oh,
later
yeah.
I'm not
on.
sure how much we can talk about that, but I might because that is an
This is high
interesting
school
story.
shit.
They had like an actual weapon. This one was just a threat.
There was the story of the auditorium.
Okay. So remind me.
Oh,
auditorium,
is this
but
the-
I'm gonna say the story of how I got locked out. Okay.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
I had this friend. I'm just gonna call him Rice. And he was literally probably the funniest dude I've ever met in my
Literally
life.
comment and like comedic genius.
Lunch is over. The bell rang. We're wasting time. We're we gotta get back to class. So we're like running back to the class because you don't want to be late. You want to be in
this
your
is
seat.
Mr. Rock's story, for
Mr. Rock. And
Yeah,
all
this
of
was
a
in
sudden,
Rock's class.
Rice opens the door just barely so that he can fit through it, and he slams it on me.
And he's so skinny, dude. So
he's
it was
so
opened
skinny.
like.
Dude.
Yeah.
Slides through.
I would say so am I, but he's a lot shorter, so he's just like smaller. But,
He's like Flat Stanley.
he barely opens it and closes it. I open the door, and then Mr. Rock goes, "Nope, you're late. Go down to the office."
Oh.
And then I didn't want to do nothing, so I went down to the office, and then they're like, why are you here? Because I've like never gone to the office.
Exactly, and also
ever.
it's like 4 minutes after class started, and you're not late.
And then I was like,
What time is it,
Mr. Rock,
That's
like, locked me out, said I was late because I didn't get there in time. The class just started. And then I was like, can I
Literally.
get like a note? Like, yeah. And then like, Mr. Rock.
Middle school fucking
Mr. Rock, take your meds.
He didn't come back, dude.
And
You should have just like not gone to the principal's
Can I
office.
tell you
You're
my
on your
last?
own.
You're on your own.
Can I tell you my last memory of Mr. Rock ever?
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I don't remember him seeing him at all at graduation, but it was a few days before school ended, and he was going, like, he was leaving the school. He's just all in a wetsuit, like a ski suit. So no hair, just all black,
Oh, I do
and his
remember this
face,
story.
and he just looked at me like that old angry man face. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, is that just some dude? I'm like, that was Mr. Rock. Look, damn near naked. I can see his fucking bulge in his pants. Oh, going skiing. Yeah, he's wearing a full-on suit, like
That
tight
reminds
skin tight
me,
suit.
I don't, one time, because he was a science teacher or
There's a bunch of jokes about him being like a
biologist.
male stripper or
He
something.
just did
a
something.
geologist, I don't know, but he liked nature. And
Yeah, I remember that.
creatures and all that.
I mean,
so
I don't-
he
I
would
mean,
tell
he-
us stories about how he would go on a boat and study like shrimp and something. I don't
Cool
know.
things, like
the,
fucking
Wow,
animals.
shrimp.
the ocean life or
Rocks
fish
are-
or something.
rocks solid.
Like he yells at the shrimp, just like, you're on your own, shrimp.
And so,
He's like, whatever, they've had a good life, just throw them in the mouth of a whale.
and he'd have a presentation. He showed images of him on a boat
Yeah.
and stuff, and he'd be like, this is why I love my job so much. Like, you're just out on the boat, on your, like, with your team. You know, he gets
On your
he's like,
With
with
the boys.
the- he's like, you're all the way out, so far away from land, out at sea, you know, with the boys, far away from your nagging wife. Good time.
Bro, this is like boomer humor.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Or something like
So is
that.
Mr. Rock essentially? Now it's coming clear to me now. He's a lot like Mr. Krabs.
And then he was like, the days without my wife is the best ones. Or something.
I remember the exact quote. I don't know if I just said it or not, but he's like, no more nagging wife.
Yeah, she was.
That.
She should have been in the kitchen.
Probably. That's probably what he would have said.
It's Charizard.
That's broken.
There was one more story.
We were watching that same movie, the one about the boy and
Yeah.
rocket ships or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot why, but something bad happens.
Okay, so yeah, they're in the mine. There's
go
an
on.
incident, and all of a sudden they're like a scene with a dad. Like we think he's gonna die, and they're carrying him out on like a stretcher.
Before this happened, there was a lead up.
Man, I don't even know what was causing the fucking. The people were clapping.
Yeah, people. every
Oh
time
yeah, okay.
something
that
happened,
was
they
So
clap.
this kid, which he would never ever in my like. Okay, now I can see how he started. Like just some kid he never fucking think would start it. Just started fucking clapping at a random ass part, and all of a sudden they just started clapping every fucking scene.
Every time something
They
happened.
originally clapped for just like a normal like when I think they built a rocket and it took
Yeah.
off for the first time. Yeah. And all of a
Yeah,
sudden,
like I get that.
And then like the teacher said something nice. Yeah. And he's like, what the fuck? And then like all of a
And
sudden
then
like
they
he
go
gets
to, like,
home.
the coal mine.
Yeah, they go to the coal mines, they're clapping, and all of a sudden the dad's like, all of a sudden there's like an explosion, there's people dying, the dad's like lifted out on the stretcher coughing, he's unconscious, all of a sudden, like people like whistling and shit, people are like, whoa! Yeah, like, literally, the whole fucking crowd is like clapping, and all of a sudden, I don't even know how, like, how does he stop it?
I don't know.
All of a sudden, the movie just like pauses.
That, yeah, we were all enjoying it, I was like, meh, just freezes,
the
and
little
then
pause
everybody
icon.
just like settles down, we're like, oh.
I think I remember this.
And then, yeah, so should I say?
I don't even know, I can't, I'm
The
sorry, I
movie
don't remember.
pauses, and then Mr. Rock
Rock.
speaks up. Not the principal's not, but he goes like, "If you don't want to watch the movie, be serious. We're not gonna watch it. I'm gonna sit here and we're gonna wait the rest of the hour in silence."
Yes,
Like,
I remember
yeah.
this actually.
We know this voice.
And then he
He
stopped
was
the
there for
entire
it.
movie, and then
was bullshit.
eventually he put the movie back on, and no one said a word. It was silent after
He was
that.
so loud. He even have a mic attached.
Dude,
to
that's
the
all
whole
we fucking
auditorium
talked
for
about. We
him.
went back to 7th hour, all like, you see Mr. Rock in
It
there?
was really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's like, even Mr. I'm gonna say I love him, or I'll just call him Mr. Woodwork. Mr. Woodwork was in there.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you see Mr. Rock? What's up with that?
And the auditorium is big. Like, it's a big auditorium. I don't know why the middle school has one that's so big, like the high school shop.
Mr. Rock meets.
He was so loud. He managed to like shut up like hundreds of kids.
That is really
You could
funny.
silence a deaf person.
That is literally like the elementary school thing where it's just like, if you're not gonna like the lisp thing, you remember
Yeah.
that from Where the Wild Things Are video? Yeah, and one of so this is a little off topic, but one of my least favorite things ever is when you tell a kid to act their age when they're like laughing at a fart joke. That is their age.
Yeah.
What do you want them to do taxes right now?
let them enjoy the moments.
Yeah, and then they go back around and say enjoy being a kid because it's not gonna last long. But act your age.
Don't make them think about that either. Then they enjoy it less. At least I did, because I'm starting to think about the future, gives anxiety and shit. I mean, not really, but just like don't make them worry about the future. Let them enjoy the moment, man.
One last Mr. Rock story that
Yeah.
I can remember is I remember
Jump scare.
he was talking about
They should make a 5 Nights at Freddy's where like you have to put your hood up for a certain amount of time. It's like and then take it off when he looks at you. Just like, but if he takes it, hood.
There's like a meter built on build it too much. It's like
like he does like the body thing where he's like chopping the camera. Hood.
We're talking about
It's Undertale.
the like global warming and raising water levels.
Oh,
sea
this was the one,
levels, and all
yeah.
this stuff. And he's saying a lot of places are gonna flood. A lot of places are gonna be underwater. Like the world's not gonna be great by like 2015. I remember he was like, yeah, but like it's your guys' problem. By the time 2050, everyone's gonna be dead. Like I'm gonna be 6 feet under the ground. It's not my problem.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, he'd be like, yeah, this is an issue my generation caused, but oh well, I'm gonna be 6 feet under, so you guys are gonna have to deal with it. Like, oh, damn. I guess he's not wrong.
There's more stories about him, but I think I'll have to ask
Is
other
it like the
people.
Dumb and
'cause I
Dumber
can't
stories where
remember.
we forget and then we just remember them out of nowhere? It's like, I thought you told me all the stories. It's like, nah, I just
And then we got to
remember
make a
one.
giant compilation in the future once we
The
have
school
all.
Yeah.
story compilation. Damn. Isn't that like, it's like the whole episode though.
Yeah.
Well, people make
Can you
a
talk
lot.
about the Dumb and Dumber?
So
Yeah.
I never had classes with these guys.
We
I
don't-
don't even know their
So
names.
That's it, me either.
Yeah, we don't even know their like we can't even say their names accidentally because we just don't know them.
I know. So I know one of their nicknames, but that's it. Well, I'm not gonna say.
But yeah, I don't know their real names.
There were like these two. It was like comical cartoon type characters. There was like a short, fat one,
Yeah,
and
like-
a tall, skinny one. And they were like, I don't know how to start this.
This boss is cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
But like we called them Dumb and Dumber because they would ask like the dumbest questions. They would always just be like an annoyance and stuff, and it was so funny. And
God damn!
Damn.
You're wasting my
I
time.
remember one of the main stories is I forgot how it led up to this, but okay, I guess Dumb is the short fat one, and he has like a little funny top.
Yeah.
Dumber's like the tall lanky one, and he has like the nerd voice.
He actually had like a nerd voice.
But there's this main story where Dumb's like, I miss the elementary school you.
What?
Ouch!
Damn, that's funny. You're really throwing shade.
I miss the elementary school year. And so we just say that. We were saying that constantly when we were playing Dokapod, just
Dude,
like,
that's like-
I miss the prologue.
It's like Beavis and Butthead.
And the one where was it Dumb or Dumber behind you during school lunch, and he was like licking your shoulder. or some shit.
I was minding my own business, and I see him behind me. I feel a shoulder, or like an elbow, rest on my shoulder. And I hear like,
Bro was ready for school lunch.
I look over and he's licking his lips and he's putting his hands together.
Talk we had about personal space.
No, I imagine he's like,
Yeah, that's what happened.
like wringing his hands.
Salivated
And
on.
then I forgot what the question was, but Dumber said some just dumb question, and Dumber said, "Why would you think that?"
I don't know. I thought it would be funny.
And that was his response. I forgot the joke.
It literally.
I thought it'd be funny.
Tell the story where he tried to get past you and G.
So, me and G are in the
Oh, whoops! I
salad
accidentally skipped the
line.
cutscene.
I'm just trying to get food, and then Dumber shows up, and then he like,
Wait, I thought it was dumb.
no, it was Dumber.
Oh,
and
no.
he doesn't know where to go. He could go to like
Wait,
our
is Dumber the
left.
one who's wearing a mask all the time?
Yeah,
That's Dumber?
Yeah.
That's Dumber?
That's
Yeah.
a tall one.
Dang.
Jesus, here we go.
all of a sudden he doesn't know what to do, so he puts his hands together and then dives.
Yeah, I know it's him.
Like an actual
He
cartoon.
dove into people.
Between you guys.
Dude, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking. I'm like, are you talking about the fucking kid who dove into those people? was like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Get your ass in line.
No, that is literally a cartoon thing.
With his backpack.
With his big ass, because it hit me in the fucking jaw.
Stop staring at me with them big old eyes.
He's a big ass Minecraft creeper ass backpack. That was huge and boxy and square. It was kaboom, boom,
Massive.
all over the fucking place.
This is a
dude.
great boss fight. It's iconic, by the way.
Yeah,
I really like it.
Doesn't he turn like scary?
Yeah, well, this is his scary form.
Who's the white dude? Like the white eye dude?
Every guy in America.
Not.
The one,
Yeah, that
one game
dude.
where I thought you were talking about just like the eye.
I thought okay, for a
white
minute.
circle with the red eye.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah,
how you do
Krakow.
that now.
I was gonna say like I thought that's what he like turns into or
No,
something.
but it's not a cloud.
I know what
it's
you're talking about. There's like a
robot
really
in
fucking
space.
scary eye thing. One of the games.
Oh, like Zero?
It's like
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
Kirby
From
64.
no. Well, he's so 02 is from Kirby 64. 0 is from Dreamland 3.
And
Yeah.
then we'll talk about just the most random like shit.
They were
I know
like
their
a
stories.
3D modeling class or whatever. And they would just make just random noises. I remember everyone's like, it would get on my nerves. They just make. And I got just make noises.
Oh, and our
What if you do? What if they went whoop, 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 whoop?
our friend was talking to someone else, like another friend or whatever, and I don't even remember what they're talking about. They're talking about arson or burning something.
Oh, I know this one. I know
So,
this one.
Dumb with this, like, he's not part of the conversation at all. Turns around and joins the conversation. Goes, if you were really an arsonist, I'd have to report you.
By the way, it's Mary.
I'm just like I don't even have a good response to that. Just like, dude.
I just remember they talk about the weirdest shit. They're like, so, Master Chief versus Kratos.
No.
They're like the most random.
They're not
thing.
comparable.
There's like Isaac Clarke versus like Doom guy.
Every single day, I'd have to walk past Dumber in the halls, and he'd
story-
just drag his shoes. So I just like,
He would do that.
Oh wait, this happened to me.
Oh, I think we beat the game.
I have nothing against them. I just think they're mad funny.
they are a cartoon character.
They just
Yeah,
exist.
it is.
Why
It
did
does
you
sound
say
like a Monty Python like.
I hope
like
they live
characters.
together in the future and never ever stop being friends.
We had some bits where it's just like there was one fleshlight or like fleshlight thing that looks like a pencil sharpener. So we had a bit where yeah, they replaced it with an actual pencil sharpener. Ow!
Damn.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I don't know. I thought it was funny.
That'd be sexy.
Yeah, and there's like actual board games for like sex. There's sex board games. It's like, why did you buy that?
I thought it'd be sexy.
I don't know.
Wait,
that'd be funny.
This seems like we came up with a bit one time where it was two of them in a trench coat.
Yeah, they would be like spies,
No,
like
you
just
go
like
Dumb and Dumber. They're honestly more
for-
like
just
Mermaid
like-
Man and Born.
just like, hi, one reservation for the
And they start finding
in the front in the like a
It's
trench
like
coat.
Dumber carrying Dumb on his shoulders. Like,
Why am I carrying the heavy one? Yeah, what's the heavy on that?
You idiot!
And then a pretty woman walks by and they have to fight over.
It's like Ren and Stimpy, you idiot!
they are like Ren and Stimpy.
Are these cartoon characters? But one of the dudes sounds like I don't know.
It's like
Actually,
Pinky in the Brain, except just Pinky again.
Yeah, it is just Pinky in the brain.
Pinky and the Pinky.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching Me and the Boys.
Thanks for watching Me and the Boys. That was a lot
I
less
was a
depressing
boy.
than like the later half of the previous episode where we just talked about the guy.
Wait, you guys didn't subscribe? Ouch.
Why wouldn't you do
Why
that?
wouldn't you hit the
I
subscribe
guess
button?
I just had to be there.
Be sure to smash that bell. we talked about like if they had like a gaming channel, just like if they play Dokapon Kingdom, and like one fucks the other. Why would you do that? I don't know.
He's like hitting him with the controller. I thought it'd be funny. I thought it'd be funny.
All right. Bye.
Why did you record this?
I don't know.
They're
I thought it
here.
would be sexy.